thing, I can frame the questions in the different mode and the technique will change. It depends. Actually, the technique depends on this. You know, the most of the time the researchers are bewildered which technique to apply, what to do. It's not your sweet will that you can do anything, apply regression. The workshop is on CFA and the SCM, and the most beautiful thing is SCM is nothing but regression. It's just a tool. It's simply a tool, you use it some other method. So categorical measurement means it appears as a category. Category means there is an MCQ, there is a question, there are the 3-4 categories. So MCQ is a nominal one and MCQ can be ordinal. So what's the difference between these two? You are understanding. What is nominal, what is ordinal? I repeat once again, this is the building block. If you understand it, everything, hypothesis testing, multivariate analysis, everything depends on these 4 words. Everything. I am giving too much importance to this. Just give what is nominal and what is ordinal. Just a number. Just a number. Again, number of number of people who are registered for this. That is nominal or ordinal? That is nominal data. Okay. Ordinal is rank based. So if I am say taking the reference for the holdings, so I am writing them in the order. Okay.
Nominal is like male, female, if we make it that are names, so we can categorize that. And ordinal will be, I suppose, we are categorizing age, say less than 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 years.
Right, you are saying something else? Same. So the things which you can put into the order, anything ascending or the descending order, we will call them as the ordinal data, else it is a nominal data. When the various categories have no comparison, they can't be put into the ascending or the descending. Please look, I am using these 2 words again and again, variable and the category. For example, sex is the variable and men and women are the categories. Right? So, okay, can we arrange them into the order?
Means if there is some basis of arranging, then we can say it is ordinal. Otherwise, it is nominal. It is just like roll numbers we are denoting to the students of a class.
So like identify a person, they are not denoting some characteristic of the person which can be
They are like roll numbers or the names.
They are simply numerals, and they say 10 number, it's then they will get 100 number, it's this, right? So one thing is most important, there is nothing absolute in the research. Please look for, we the research scholars always try to find out the absolute truth. There is nothing called absolute, it's always context based. It's always context based, it's our human interpretation about the things. The two, now this is when we say sex, men and women. This I have given as the 1 and the 2. Only 2 options are there. No way a person can say, somewhere there. Doesn't make any sense, right? Can I say this is a discrete data?
Yes.
Can I say it's a discrete data? Now I am taking it in the different data is of 2 types. One is a discrete and second is continuous. What is your understanding about it? What is a continuous data?
Continuous is where we can have the decimal places also. Means it is a running number.
Running
If
number.
we talk about
Anything.
age,
Example?
age
Age.
is continuously.
But when you apply for the government job, it says your age as on 1st April 2013.
Then it
Then
becomes
it's a discrete. Then it's a discrete one. No decimal can be there. Continuous means that there can be decimal numbers. Number of people in the room will always be discrete. Otherwise, it will be continuous. Other things, right?
otherwise also we say your age.
And interval data is the most complex thing. What about the Likert scale? Likert scale is interval or Likert scale is ordinal.
It's interval.
It's an interval. Like, what is a Likert scale? There are some statements written, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, and highly dissatisfied, dissatisfied, neutral, satisfied, or highly satisfied. This sort of questions are there. We call it as the scale questions. First thing, tell me about this. It should be 5 point, 3 point, 7 point, any, how to decide how many points? Okay.
So I think these are standards. In international studies, they generally take 7-point
Why?
scale.
Correct. But why? And in the initial days when first on board on the symmetric it was some scales, equal appearing interval scale, he used 11 points. How to put the 7 point, 11 point, 9 point, etc. So basically, if I ask you whether the Delhi is safe for girls, you should reply yes or no. Isn't it? But at times you will say no, say yes, but again it depends. The moment you say depends means you require a skill. You require your opinion to be given in this. And the more will be the awareness level of the respondent, the more will be the level of it. The more will be the spread of it. If it's a totally new person will say agree, disagree, neutral. Okay? Otherwise the person will say, and what about the neutral? What exactly is neutral?
Neutral is that we don't have a view for it.
I don't know about it.
Yeah, otherwise
So,
we don't take neutral, we say it is a forced scale.
it's a forced scale. There are n number of issues and with this scale. The first issue is these days people give never worked with. Because otherwise what will happen, there is something you want to be honest, statement number 1, you never observed it, you never thought about it, you never heard about it, but this scale have no room, either you have to go here, so the person will say neutral. Neutral means I don't know, simply. Then some people these days write here, not used, something like that, right? I am asking your satisfaction level about the various amenities given by your college. Now few of the amenities are there which are not there. How do you rate them when they are not there? So we will say that never used or not available, something like that. And neutral is not a good word.
Not agree.
Neither agree nor disagree, something like that. Neutral means I don't care. Neutral means I'm not, on the scale. So some people say neither agree nor disagree, something like that. Now look for what the interval data says. The example is that of the temperature. When we say 20 degree, 21 degree, 22 degree, the difference between 20 and 21 is the same that of 21 and 2. Is it? Yes or no? It's always the same, right? But can you guarantee the difference between the disagree and highly disagree? Is it the same that of neutral and disagree? Can anybody guarantee? If you can't guarantee, that means we can't say it's an interval measurement. It's an ordinal measurement. We can simply see this is high, then this is higher than this. Only that much we can see. We can't say. So when you look for the individual observation in the Likert scale, it is ordinal measurement. But the moment you take its total, now what will happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How to give the rating? To disagree as 1 or agree as the 1. There is no standard rules. There are the conventions. And conventions say on the x-axis, x increases in the right hand side. Elementary mathematics, everybody know about it. So on the right hand side of x-axis, x increases. So common people believe the things to be increasing on that right hand side. So generally we write from negative to positive, disagree to agree. These are the conventions. These are not the rules. So these are simply conventions and we can write one for this. If I say no, I will give this as the 1, this as the 5. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can use any. Now if one person is take all these 10 statements, the total will be 10 and it will range between 10 to 50. It will range between 10 to 50. What is your opinion about a person? Let's say ये तो all the 10 statements have given 1 and the other person has given as total as the 11. What is your point of view about their 10 and 11? Can you deduce anything out of it? Are you getting what I am asking? My point is, simply I have some question about this workshop. Highly dissatisfied, highly satisfied. One person has replied all 1 on the 10 statements and they have the unidirectionality. Unidirectionality means if statement number 1 means highly disagree, so in all 1 means highly disagree. There are no negative words. Negative word is statement means the coding has to be reverted. There is no such thing. Now if you person rate 1 on all of them, the total will be minimum total will be 10. What will be your interpretation of it?
That person is not satisfied with the workshop.
Highly dissatisfied with this, right? Then one person is 11. What it means?
It means his level of dissatisfaction is little lesser than the earlier one.
Little lesser. Okay, little lesser, and almost they are in the same bus. They are almost the same. So, whether the difference between 10 and 11 is the same that of 11 and 12?
No.
Whether the difference between 10 and 11 is same because these are converted into the numbers now. Here 1 was representing as a highly dissatisfied. Here it represents a total of it represents a number. 10 and 11 is the same as that of 11 and the 12. And we'll put a cutoff, that means somewhere 30 means a person is neutral. Do you agree? 30 means a person is neutral. Well, I'm not a magician. I will take frog out of it. I'm simply asking simple questions and answer on the basis of common sense.
Yes, sir.
The good thing is I'm not a person from statistics, so I don't know about the basics, etc. My approach is simply common sense approach. Right? The things are not complicated. My point is, we take an assumption a person has given as the 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 to all, and it will be 30. Right? But what if a person has taken 5, 5, 5 in the 5 statements and 1, 1, 1 in the 5 statements? The total will be still be 30. Is the person neutral? Is the person totally indifferent to your questionnaire? Something is wrong somewhere. Because a person replied in all the 10 statements as the 3. The total counts as the 30. There is a B person, a very serious person. In the 5, the person is highly satisfied. In the other 5, the person is given as the 1. The total you come, so it comes again as the 30. So our interpretation will be this person is again neutral, but the person is not. What should we do to make it as different? If we use simply a total or the mean score, it is biased. It's a bias. So what should we do? What you like to report further, so that we are of the opinion, yes, these two A and B people are different. What can we report? I'm not asking very rocket science question. Can we report simply the frequency? Instead of writing the total or average, can we write simply frequency? See, what we'll write, we will say respondent number 1 strongly agree, or sorry, it was highly dissatisfied. Highly dissatisfied, dissatisfied, neutral, satisfied, highly satisfied. So I will say 10. 10 is the frequency, means all the 10 he has written here, and sum is equal to 10. B is the person who has reported all 10 here, and we will say sum as the 30. 5, 5. Will it make change? Will it ask you to see once again this person is totally neutral? And a specific marketing research term for this sort of person is unengaged. Unengaged respondent. Unengaged respondent, the respondent who doesn't care. Don't give any tag figure questionnaire. So maybe the person will like to strike out. But this is a person we need to see whether this person is very satisfied or very dissatisfied. So need to be handled separately. Please look for, whenever you report to the Likert scale, don't simply conclude with the mean or the sum. Do take care about these frequencies also.
But generally when we have so much of data, do we actually care about
Yes, yes. And if you see, the researchers, they report like this. And even in the papers, they report like this. Strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. They report like this. So what happens, what I am trying to do here is, your problem is not about the CFA or SEM or that regression, etc. Your problem is you want to learn how the other person, simply looking at data, tells whether your work is original or not. This is what you want to learn, isn't it? You see, looking at the, it's a CFI. CFI, I will put 0.9 or something. R square, I will put 0.8. But what should I take care? Whether the other person will say, no, this is wrong. This can't be. So we want to discuss about the statistics or the formula. We'll simply discuss about the common sense things. Now, if looking at this, simply look for, these are the codings we have given. Most of the times it comes like this. Now, simply looking at the frequency, can you see that this particular question is biased towards the agreement and the agreement? Strongly agree and the agree. Very highly biased towards this, and there are no people on this side. So what do you think? Will the mean score, if I give it as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the mean will be on this side or mean will be on this side? On this side. So roughly how much will be the mean? Certainly cannot be less than 1. Can the mean be 0.9? Can mean be 0.9? No. If a minimum a person gives a 1 to all, it will be 1. And maximum is 5. It cannot go beyond that. So at times looking for your outliers, the beautiful thing is simply look for the minimum and the maximum. Isn't it? Looking at your data, most of the time you apply very strange and this and that complex things. A very common sense thing is look at the minimum value and the maximum value. If maximum value is coming more than 5, it means it's an outlier. It's a typing mistake or some problem. Now the thing is, the mean will be something like between 1 and 2 or between 2 and 3. I think it will be 1.6, 7, 8, something like that. It is biased toward it. And likewise, if entire data set is like this, what it signifies? This particular statement, when asked from the people were of the opinion in the agreement and strongly disagreement. Is it? It appears to be normally distributed. What is normal distribution? Normal distribution simply say whatever your mean is there, the same is the median, same is the mode, and responses on both of the sides, they are identical. They are almost approximate. What is normal? Normality. Number 1, please look for. Normality starts with, I hope you remember what is the difference between these two. What's its name?
It is bar graph.
Bar chart. This is
histogram.
histogram. This is the fundamental bar chart and the histogram. Histogram can be there only in the continuous data. Because in this data, if I say 20, 21, 22 and the respondent says, sir, I am 20.9. No, 20.9. Either be here or be here. Right? But here, it is between 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. It's between this. Now, instead of never ever in any other college I have taken workshop so comfortably sitting and writing on the board. It's only in this I sit thoroughly and I write it. If I attach their midpoints, what will be its name?
We'll join it by scale and it will polygon, otherwise it will be curve.
Polygon. And its name is actually, since it's a frequency
Polygon.
yeah, it's a frequency polygon. So instead of now the highest thing, what is the definition of the mode? What is the mode of a data? A number having the maximum frequency is the mode. So maximum frequency is here, so this one comes out as the mode, right? What is the median? Which is the position average and summation fx by summation f, that is the arithmetic mean. So mean, median, mode coincide. Now instead of making this complete diagram again and again, I will make it like this. Okay. Now, this is a splitted distribution. Actually, it's like this. Splitted distribution means the behavior is almost same on the either side of the mean. Okay. Now, in this, I don't understand much of it, and I believe you don't understand much of it. But one thing we understand, when we make this sort of data, is it continuous or is it discrete? It's continuous, it's not discrete. Nowhere any break is there, right? We all agree, it's a continuous data. Now look at it, nominal and the ordinal. What sort of data it was? Discrete data. What sort of distribution it will follow? If I ask you that please make a graph of gender. So you will make a bar chart, right? I will ask, okay, draw some normality from this. Can you draw in between? One thing please look for, normality cannot be there in the discrete data. Normality cannot be there in the discrete data. Only in these two, normality may be possible. May be possible, not necessarily. So, one thing is for sure, when you are working exclusively on the multiple choice questions, you will never use t-test. Yes or no? Let's do it again step by step. Multiple choice questions, they are of nominal measurement or ordinal measurement, right? When it is nominal or ordinal measurement, they are discrete data. Their distribution will be the discrete distribution. Two assumptions of parametric test, though we are not intending to discuss parametric test. Two assumptions are there. First assumption is normality of the data. The second assumption is homogeneity of the variance. We will discuss it later. What exactly? Normality of the data. We don't know. But one thing we know, for normality it has to be continuous data. When it is a discrete data, it can't be there. For example, let's make a, the answer to all these questions different. There is one is gender, male, female, and shopping. The example which I repeat again and again. Shopping high and the low. Generally, I have seen the 100 people. On the y-axis, I have taken the shopping amount. This is 500 rupees. This is low. This is high. It will be like this. There are some people who go with the male with the high shopping. Male with the high shopping, it will be here. Male with the low shopping. Female with the high shopping, low shopping. This sort of graph will come. Now what is this? What sort of graph is it? It is nothing but cross tabulation. It's nothing but cross tabulation. What do you write here? There are no variations like this. It's only 1 point. And you will write it is 15. Such people were there, 25 such people, 35, 40 such people were there. It's nothing but the cross tabulation. You can't make any graph or something out of it. You can't use the t-test or these things. So if we just attach these things, look for MCQ questions. They are either of nominal measurement or ordinal measurement. Now you decide for your own. If you say no, they can't be ordered, it's nominal. If they can be ordered, it's ordered. Binary question, nominal. Binary is nominal. Binary question, yes, no, true, false, male, female. Only two options are there. Why I have written other than MCQ? Because when we talk about the regression, a separate branch of regression is there if dependent variable is binary. That is called logic regression. The ranked questions, that is ordinal. Because the person has already put the various opinion into one number. When I say which brand you prefer most, A, B, C. So out of so many things you say brand A is the rank 1. So you have converted a opinion, a context into a number in numeral. That is called as the ordinal question. When you say give weight. Now what about these two, interval and the ratio? Interval and the ratio. Any difference in interval and ratio? You are understanding?